Hello YouTube, I am back with another video, and in this video I'm just going to be talking about, a sketch or the sketching process and just giving my thoughts and general opinions about it. It's going to be a stream of conscience, so I might be muttering and stumbling over my words, so please bear with that. And yeah, so I think for me, a sketch is sort of the tried and true method for most artists when starting a piece. It maps everything out, it helps when checking if proportions are correct, and it's the part where the artist isn't really making any final decisions. I think most of us can relate to a time when we were just children sketching away in our notebooks to make the time go by. And funny enough, some of our best work would be the doodles that we made in the margins next to the notes we may or may not have been taking in class. But why is that? Why is a sketch that was made for the purpose of passing time by done so well? And even if the sketch wasn't particularly drawn well, how are we so stuck on it that we could get past hours of time without noticing? Well, that is what I believe is sort of the beauty of a sketch, or the sketching process at least. Usually when I'm in the sketching process, my pencil or whatever tool that I'm using is gliding across the page. Everything's loose and I'm always willing to scrap what I'm working on. In a way, you could sort of say that I'm on autopilot. Nothing's really writing on the sketch, so therefore there's no pressure for me to make this look perfect. And in turn, I'm more easily able to enter a flow. You're at your most comfortable while generating ideas on the fly, which can lead to the most eye-appealing sketches. It's sometimes why your sketch can have so much dynamic fluidity while the line art looks stiff as a board. And I'm not knocking on line art. Personally, I can't put up with myself to do it, but I'm absolutely jealous of the people that could do it so well. I've seen all sorts of sketches. Some are super neat, while others can be a bit messy, like mine. However, regardless of the neatness, the sketch sort of allows the subconscious to take over and make those minor decisions in your place. And it's these decisions that I'm always observing when looking at the sketches an artist has made. It's sort of like a trail or a map that leads to the goal known as the final piece. It is why I actually value the sketch over the finished piece sometimes. It's the part that you don't really see, it's what's behind the scenes, and I personally believe you could get a lot more from looking and studying from that than the finished piece. I also want to dispel a certain belief that I see sometimes, but when I hear people say that sketches are just unfinished pieces of artwork, it just boggles my mind. Sketches are like a live, raw demonstration of an artist's skill and evolution. People even buy other people's sketchbooks or even sell their own copies of their own, like Kim Jung-gi. It's the reason why a sketch can be included as a tier perk in Patreon, why it's reserved exclusively for the art book. It's the reason why seeing a time-lapse of a certain piece of work from beginning to end is so valuable. It's the ride we see them take to get to their destination. It's versatile. Sure, it can be the start of something that is yet to be completed, but it can be presented in its own right as something that is done. And the thing is with art Instagrams, DeviantArt accounts, or ArtStation accounts is that we usually only see the destination, which is the final work. Not saying that we can't get anything out from it, but it's like seeing a question in math, like seeing the answer but not seeing the work shown to get it. I mean, sure, you got it right, it's perfect, but it'd be nice seeing the work you did to get there. Probably not the best analogy, it's probably not. But what I'm trying to say is that a sketch has so much more value that I believe some artists are sleeping on. And sure, there are also gods among us like Kim Jung-gi that doesn't really leave a trail to follow, so to speak, since he sketches out all the details from the jump, but there's still plenty to take from. So if you guys just have sketches and not really quote-unquote finished pieces of work, still hold them high. Those sketches are still landmarks in your artistic journey. And speaking of artistic journey, I'm going to talk a bit about style, probably the single most pondered thing when on this journey. In a video I talked about how doing photo studies help with style in the long run, and while that is one way to acquire style, the next way is to make an amalgamation of many styles, and I feel that it is easily analyzed through sketches. So if you got a handful of artists you feel inspired by, go out and see if you can find any roughs that they did and workshop that into a style of your own making. I'm not going to go too deep in talking about the acquisition of style because that's a whole other video, and other people have probably made much better videos on that other than me. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. Again, it was just me talking about something art related. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And also the sketch that I'm working on, it's done. I'm perfectly satisfied on where I took it. So yeah, I hope you guys like the piece that I did. I also was curious on what type of videos you guys would be interested in seeing me make. I was thinking of trying tutorials, but I'm gonna think about that. Well, tell me what you guys think. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.